this is Jean here, Jean Truelove from Truelove Quilts for You. I am in my sewing room today. I'm actually going to be sandwiching my one block wonder quilt together to take that downstairs. But I just come in here just for a few things. I just wanted to let you know. First of all, I'm going to ask a favor of you guys. If you don't mind, if you continue watching me, giving me some suggestions on what you'd like to see me do. I'm not at a standstill. I have a few larger projects in mind. I don't really want to get stuck into them. Not at this moment in time. I will be quilting my bigger quilt, and I guess I should be quilting my other quilts, but man, I don't feel like it. So I would like some suggestions on maybe some smaller projects. I have done that a few years in a row. Some little tutorials on something that you'd like to see me do, if I can figure it out. Yeah, that would be nice, because my brain right now, I just want to get stuck into something small. So, you know, if you have anything, or if you've seen any tutorials that you'd like me to do it more of an in-depth thing, maybe I can figure it out and help you out. And also, the next thing is just to keep Maxwell in your thoughts. Our dear Maxwell, as you know, our 25-year-old son, he is suffering now from epilepsy. I know that a lot of you who have been following me for years have followed along with our dear Maxwell, who is autistic, very high functioning. Maxwell was diagnosed with epilepsy when he was 4. He started to have seizures. He's 25. So for the last 20 odd years, we have been taking him to neurologists. First of all, down in St. Christopher's Hospital in Philadelphia. We're about 45 minutes an hour away from there now. And he had been seeing a beautiful neurologist for the first 18, 19 years. And unfortunately, tragically, she died. She passed away in an airplane crash. It was terrible, terrible blow to the whole community. She was wonderful, wonderful neurologist. So he obviously was then assigned to an adult neurologist. She was a pediatric neurologist. And so he was assigned to an adult neurologist down in the Temple campus in Philadelphia. Again, about 45 minutes away from here. Over the years, Maxwell has been given different medications as he's gained weight, as he's gotten older. The medication he was on up until about 8 months ago was working. He was almost seizure-free for 2 solid years. He was wanting to maybe get his driving permit. Not about, we're hesitant about his actual driving license, but his permit maybe, take the test. Anyway, he his medication was changed, but the medication he was on for about 14 years was working. However, the neurologist had said one of the side effects, a negative side effect of being on this medication for so long, for so many years, was it affected bone density. Now, Maxwell, and after 10 years of being on this medication, it was almost deemed like not suitable. Anyway, so what had happened was Maxwell has had 4 or 5, maybe half a dozen in the last several years, bone density tests. It's called a DEXA scan that measures his bone density. Every single one of them have come out. His bone density, he's a strong, tough Truelove with strong, strong bones, hasn't affected him whatsoever. So they keep ordering the DEXA scans. Very, very, very appreciated. But his new neurologist, about 7 or 8 months ago, had changed his medication. Now, I think you who have been following me know that our daughter Malia, who is several years older than Maxwell's, has kindly stepped in the physical, taking him on his appointments. I was doing it, Ian and I were doing it for 20 years. And then we lost our home, blah, 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 blah. And it was just a bit too much. So Malia said, I'll take him to his doctor's appointments, get his blood work. In fact, she just was here, having taken Maxwell for yet another round of blood work. And then they spend several hours together. He just loves his sister. She's really a good girl. to help us out that way. And she liaises with the neurologists and his medications. Well, he was on this medication, changed his medication about 8 months ago. Long story short, he's doing terrible. He's doing terrible. He had several grand mal seizures. Ian had discovered him on the floor downstairs in the last month. Several other incidents. And the thing that's it's alarming, it's odd, is that he's extremely emotional. Now, you have to understand, Maxwell's a stoic, cool guy. I've rarely seen him cry. He can be emotional in his autism, but not like, we were at lunch with my brother last week, and he was recounting a story. I don't know what it was, forget what it was. And all of a sudden, in the middle of a sentence, he just burst out crying. Weird. Very, very odd. And that has happened several times since. He just is overwhelmed with emotion, and he's embarrassed and he's upset about it. Anyway, also, he is, as I was saying, extremely strong. He's, 250 pounds of pure muscle. His wrists, oddly, are weakening. And it's, again, not his bones. He just had a scan, but he's finding his joints, his knees, and his... So he had to move something. He actually had to have 2 of his strong friends come and move something up on the 3rd floor here, because he couldn't lift it. So it's very alarming. It's very alarming. So what had happened was they ordered another blood test about 3 weeks ago, and they discovered that the amount of something in his, I guess the amount of the medication in his bloodstream should have been XYZ, and it was ABC. It was not enough. So they upped his medication, 150 something. So now he's 700 milligrams twice a day for this medication. So hopefully that's been about a week and a half, 2-3 weeks he's been taking that. So hopefully with the increase in his medication, it will help him to even him out a bit more, because he's just not doing well. He's really not doing well. And the fact that he had done so well on the old medication, like that expression, if it ain't broke, why fix it? But so we're questioning the neurologist, which is fine, but here she's leaving the practice. So yet again, we're in the process, Malia and Ian and myself, with insurance things, we have to get him yet another neurologist. And it would be easier for us to not have to go, or for Malia, or for us when we have to go down all the way down to Philadelphia, Center City, Philadelphia, to have him looked at. It would be easier. But again, easier said than done, right? With all of the red tape you have to step through. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you all this. All just so that my friends out there in YouTube land can keep our dear Maxwell in your thoughts. He's such a darling. He really is. So what happened was, I just got out of the kitchen. I make a ham and broccoli and like a 5-6 cheese quiche almost every week. I make 2 of them for Maxwell. I just finished making him 2. He said, I need quiche. And it's very, very rich. Really, you only need a little tiny bit of this quiche. I use a dozen eggs and 5 cups of cheese and all sorts of herbs and seasonings and broccoli and ham, and it's really nice. So he just said, oh, Mom, we don't have any. And I make it all the time. I make it all the time for him. So he said, would you please make me some quiche? So I just made him his quiche. And he came back from getting more blood work. Malia just dropped him off, but getting more blood work. So he's a happy camper right now. But I just want to let you know, he had been doing so well, and he's not doing so well now. It's just always such a worry. Always such a worry. And Ian, right before Ian's little mini stroke, about a month ago, Ian had found him. Usually I would be around, but Ian had found him having 2 major seizures, and he's had all these other incidents. So it's always something, isn't it? And I hope I'm not being a bummer, but just keep Maxwell in your thoughts. We really do appreciate it. Yeah, misery loves company, right? We laugh about it. It's okay. As Maxwell said, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's okay. Just wanted to let you know that what's going on. And again, if you have any little suggestions for a project, let me know. Comment below. And thank you for being my friend, folks. Thank you for being a friend to the Trueloves, and continue watching us, whatever it is I bring. So today was a tale of woe, our dear Maxwell. Just, yeah, thank you again for all your friendship. All right, love from the Trueloves, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.